shotgun gauntlets, magic birds, giant blue genies, and a large red scythe.
It's also a gun.
Oh. This is the world of RWBY, an amazing hit show from Rooster Teeth that is one of my personal favorite anime. Yes, it's an anime. Fight me. I love this show so much, and so today we decided to build something from it. One of the most iconic aspects of this show are the emblems. Every character is represented by their own personal symbol. Another large part is the teams, namely the flagship team of Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang, making up Team RWBY. So today, we're going to combine those two aspects. We're going to make a backdrop of their symbols and put light-up letters in front of it. Then we're going to hook up a speaker and have the letters light up to the specific character theme when it's played. Let's get started. The first thing we need to do is to make the backplate for the character symbols. Let's start out by blacking out a large wooden board to put the symbols on. Next, let's cover the entire board with painter's tape. Now we can project the symbols onto the tape and outline where we want them to be. Finally, let's cut the excess tape away according to the outline we made and make the symbols look exactly how we wanted. Perfect. And finally, let's get some spray paint done. Came out looking awesome. Moving on to the letters. To make the glow letters, we're going to use something called L wire, which is just a wire covered in phosphor so that it glows whenever current runs through it. To make it into the shape of our letters, let's run it inside some polycarbonate tubing, and then morph the tubing to shape our letters. First, we need to put it inside the tube using a string and needle. Next, let's use a heat gun to make the tubing bendable, and then shape it into the letters that we want. And finally, let's spray paint the letters with a transparent white that makes the letters diffuse the light inside a little bit and gives the tube a more neon look. Now we need to paint the parts of the letters that we don't want to show black. This can be used for anywhere that the letters overlap, or the points where the wires plug in. Very nice. Now we need to attach the letters to the board, and we want them to stick out a bit. So let's use a dowel rod and cut it into about 2-inch pieces. Now we need to paint it black, so that it doesn't stand out against the backdrop. To attach the pegs to the letters, let's use a hot glue gun. And finally, we can attach the letters to the backdrop. Great! Now the assembly of the basics is done, but we still need to have something to control the letters. I'm going to use an Arduino, so let's do the coding. First I need to declare the control pin for each of the letters, and an input pin for a button press, to change which letters are active. Additionally, let's put in the reference library for an SD card, so that we can store each of the characters' songs. We need to set up all the pins needed to control it, as well as the speaker. Okay, now let's create a flag for the button press that will transition us to the next state. Then let's write a switch statement about the cases. We want there to be 5 states, one for each of the characters and one for the entire team. Whenever a state is activated, it should set the lights appropriately and start playing the correct song. Perfect. Now on to assembling the components. I have a simple electronics box I printed here to hold everything in a simple way. First, let's glue down the Arduino. Then we're going to run wires to the SD card, the speaker controller, and the relay switch. We're using a relay switch because the L wire requires alternating current, while the Arduino can only provide direct current. While the Arduino controls the relay, let's add an inverter, with one wire running to each of the closed gates of the relay. This way, when the Arduino tells it to, the relay will let current flow from the open to closed gate. Now we can add the speaker and attach it to the bottom of the box. Finally, let's add a button to the box to switch states. The last thing to do is run wire from each of the letters to the relay gate and to the ground. Then we can attach the box. The project is done and I couldn't be happier. I think this is my favorite project thus far. Thanks for watching, and let me know what game or show you want me to make something from next. I'm Some Bad Engineer, and I'll see you next time.